I think we're live. Hey everyone. So I'm here with my awesome friend Anthony Rodriguez. So we're gonna talk about Aquaman, but I think I hear myself. Let me put the volume down on the other thing because I have the window open and I hear myself and it's really weird. Okay, so can you turn this off? So I kind of want to do like non-spoiler review. So if you have not seen the movie, maybe don't watch it right now. Because I really wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of it. So I've seen it twice already. I saw it at the blue carpet premiere with the cast and James Wan, and then I saw it yesterday in 4DX. So Anthony, if you want to talk about a little bit about your channel real quick, and how many times have you seen Aquaman?
Yeah, so my channel pretty much just movie reviews, TV reviews. Lately I've been doing a couple of shorts for school lately. If you see my channel, did a quick little short with my buddy a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I've seen the movie twice as well. First time on Thursday in IMAX, and the second time I saw it in a regular 2D theater close by my house. And yeah, I really recommend IMAX for sure. It's just beautiful, but we'll get into it for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much my channel and how many times I've seen it though.
Oh, and I will say that at the premiere, I believe it was in IMAX because I mean we were in the front row, so it was huge. Like me and Jonathan and my other friend were like this in the front row, and so yeah, it was, and I'm just like it was huge. So I think that really made a difference. And then when I saw it yesterday in 4DX, I wasn't in the front row; I was like more in the middle. But the screen definitely seemed smaller. so I think I watched it in IMAX. It's just like when they first, like when we went, they didn't tell us, hey, you're gonna see it in IMAX. Remember? But I remember like this is huge, and we were in the front row, so like we were like this most of the movie. So yeah, so I think we are gonna, because somebody asked, are we doing spoilers? Yes, we are, because
hell yeah.
Let's just get into it. Okay, so I think we want to start with like I like kind of doing like negatives, positives, things like that. So do you want to like start with like maybe the good or the bad, or the, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to start with, the good or the bad? So we can get.
We could start with the good if that works for you.
Yeah, I can do either one. So, okay, so we'll do with the good, and we'll start with you since you're the guest.
Oh, that makes me feel special. Thank you. So some positives for me. I think the direction of the movie really felt very fresh to me, at least. James Wan, I think, did a great job directing the movie with the world building, the acting, the use of visual effects, practical effects. And I think that this movie is special to me, just for like, kind of like a cool origin story and a really fresh DC movie. A lot of people have been, talking about DC and their struggles lately, and I feel that this movie kind of like reaffirmed that there's some things that DC can do right, in terms of getting the character right and making sure nothing feels rushed. Justice League. That's good. But I think that the acting overall, I love Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Amber Heard is like my future wife. I like the biggest crush on her since like forever, and I think that the action in the movie was stellar. The cinematography was beautiful. A lot of things I love. The epicness of it too. The scope. Something that I've always felt that DC should do to try to separate themselves from Marvel is just, and which was kind of established in Man of Steel, is the epic scope of their movies. Make it feel like Lord of the Rings ish. I love those movies, and I feel like Aquaman continues that kind of style that Zack Snyder kind of started in the universe since Man of Steel, and I think that it kind of reaffirms itself to separate itself from Marvel, which I really appreciate. I'm sorry, a lot of things that are positive in the movie that I'll probably remember back, but I think, and also the story I think was good, cool, reminiscent of like Indiana Jones meets Star Wars in a way. That kind of like adventure. I'm watching One Piece, the anime series, for the first time myself, so I kind of relate to those kind of adventure stories, that I kind of like want to escape to join with these amazing characters. But yeah, I'll remember more positive. But I want to hear what kind of stuff you kind of like also as well.
Well, definitely like just visually, it was
Mm-hmm.
stunning. It's just so beautiful, especially like the all of like Atlantis, anything underwater, and like I thought they did such a good job with, CGI and everything, and I like the animals looked so good, and it wasn't like I don't know, like I they did like it was just I don't know magical. Like I remember when I was watching it at the premiere, I was like, oh my god! And then when like the screen also was really big, so we're like, oh my gosh, we're in Atlantis right now. It's so beautiful. Like it felt like you were there. Um, so that like yeah, like just visually, it was just a gorgeous film. And I thought they did a good job with like the costumes, like making them it's like they were able to like make them accurate to the comics but look good, especially like Black Manta, because I've always thought Black Manta
Mm-hmm.
looked really cool, but like seeing him like live action like pull it off, I thought I really liked how it came out. And I think I like Ocean Master, like his look in there as well. And then the action scenes, like the action in there was awesome. And then oh my gosh, you can really feel it in 40X. I'm like bouncing around everything during the action scenes, but I thought that oh my gosh, I love the action scenes, especially like my favorite sequence was like the rooftop and everything, like the long takes and it's
Mm-hmm.
like being like oh my gosh, amazing. And I did like the story with like like the two brothers and everything, and then like just like the history with them, and then also that they kind of left it open, like ended at the end with like Patrick Wilson's character and then Black Manta. I'm glad they didn't kill King Orm because I thought Patrick Wilson was so good.
Mm-hmm.
um and I thought Nicole Kidman, all the girls like Amber Heard, Nicole Kidman kick butt. So that
Mm-hmm.
made me really happy as a woman to see them kicking butt, just as much as the guys. So yeah, those were like for me like the biggest like pluses. Oh, and also just like the emotional scenes for me, like they got me. It wasn't just like oh action or whatever, and like funny moments too, but the scenes with like the reunions with like Nicole Kidman, with Queen Atlanta and Aquaman, I was like, oh, that like I cried
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted to meet his mom and finally, and then she, I know she wanted to like see her son again, so it's just nice to see that. And then like with Tom is Aquaman's dad, his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
When him and Atlanta reunited, oh, I
That's so
love that.
sweet. I love the ending too. Yeah, the
Yeah.
relationship was so like genuine. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and I have to say, best kiss ever. I think I've seen maybe like in a movie. I think it was just so magical. Like Mara and
With
Aquaman, I'm like, oh, it's like
yes,
the best kiss
and the camera
ever.
spinning on
Yeah,
them,
like
beautiful with the
that,
fireworks. Oh
yeah,
my
it has to
god.
be like they have to make like a poster of that or like a little statue figurine or something because it was just like oh, it was so beautiful. And then I did like the ending with like him kind of floating Aquaman or
Oh
whatever. I
my
thought that was
god. When he said,
cool.
"I am
Yeah,
Aquaman." Oh
yeah.
my god. Yes. Thank you so much for remember that as well. That's oh my god, that shot is so epic for like when you see the water particles rising above as he's floating up, bruh. Shout out to
Yeah,
James Bond.
I'm glad he got his like moment to shine, Aquaman, because a lot of people don't know that much about him. They, they've had Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They've had their moments now, and especially Batman and Superman, a lot of moments on screen. But like now, it's like Aquaman has his moment. It's cool that they ended it kind of like that. So yeah,
No, I
and
agree, and I think that's so true because like Aquaman, he's been kind of like a joke kind of for the past couple years. I mean, I don't think he's a joke, but like some people make fun of him because he's a fish man, talks to water. But like I like how and Jeff Johns kind of had a lot to do with like bringing Aquaman kind of like
mm-hmm.
badassery back to fans. Stuff about his son and his relationship with Mara, all that good stuff. And James Bond, he actually respected the lore and the kind of like where Aquaman came from and his story. I thought he was able to find a way to balance, making him relatable and also make him also like you get by the end of the movie, you're like, that's Aquaman. But by the time he gets his gold green suit by the end of the movie, you're just like, that's Aquaman right there. Like it's earned, at least for me personally. I'm not sure about you, but no, I agree.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna quickly read some comments. Hi, Napoleon Fighter. Leroy King, great movie. Have seen it 8 times now. Dang. Okay. Wow.
Damn.
Like 4 in one day, or like how did you see it? Like, did it just come out, or maybe you're in another country and it's been out for a while? I guess. Love movie. Just got back from the theater. Really awesome and entertaining. The movie rocked. Yeah, I definitely thought it was entertaining. It was, like I didn't like for me. I didn't really feel like there was any like boring time. I felt like, and I was surprised with the like. For me, it didn't seem like that long. I know it was like 2 hours, but I didn't know it was over 2 hours. Like I don't know. For me, I just like I was just like engaged like the whole time. So, yeah. What about you? Did you think like what do you think about the runtime?
I think it did feel long, but I didn't feel like, okay, my kind of thing is, if a movie's too long or feels long, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what would I cut out of the movie? And there's nothing in the movie I feel like I could like literally feel like could be trimmed down. Maybe, and it's kind of a negative for me. I think some of the stuff with Black Manta, I think you could have saved for another movie, or have it a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more effective, I guess. You don't really need to see his origin in the same movie that you're introducing Aquaman's origin as well. I think that's something that you could have, in a way, like just say that, oh, he's just a guy who hates Aquaman, but you don't know yet. And then, because they're going to set up for a sequel with Black Manta anyway, from what, the post-credit scene kind of foreshadowed it, in the movie. So I feel like that could have been, just save for the next movie, just focus on Aquaman, his origin, Atlanta, as well as Orm, just focus on those kind of, and Mera obviously too, but and that relationship as well. I think that could have been, trimmed out a little bit. I can't really think of anything that I would like cut out, like per se, to trim it down, because everything felt like it was important to the story, with him going to Italy and going to the trench. Everything felt, connected, but at least for me. But nothing. I honestly, I would, if this movie was 3 hours long, I would still go watch, because it's visually like an experience that you can't, you really don't get a lot in the movie theaters anyway. So I feel like it's, it's worth it. Not too bad.
Oh, and I did like the little fish out of water, kind of literally, moments here with like Atlanta eating the fish, and then like Mera eating the roses.
Yeah, for the flower.
I thought it was so cute, and then like Aquaman's like, okay, he like indulges her.
I'll eat it too. Yeah, I don't want to make you feel like an outsider. I'll eat it too. Yeah,
and that that definitely was like, I got Little Mermaid vibes from those moments. She's like trying to like, adjust to like the the land. And then I got like a little bit of Aladdin vibes when like they're on the rooftop and everything like running. I was like, it's like Jasmine and Aladdin. It's like they're escaping the temple guards or something, and like Agrabah, and they're like in the desert and stuff. So I got a little bit of like those kinds of vibes from there. So, so do you want to talk about the negatives?
Yeah. Negatives for me, I think. The character Black Manta, I think, is cool. I always love Black Manta, overall. I think the actor that they got, what's his name, Yaya something the second, I think he was good, but some of the lines that he was given, or I think maybe sometimes the delivery of the lines didn't feel right. I think his character, like, he always had that same angry face the entire movie. There's that one facial expression. There's nothing else he like did the entire movie. He was just like grumpy and like, I need to kill Aquaman. Like, I was like, oh my god, like I didn't. And then when he said like the worst line in the movie, in my opinion, was when he says I'm gonna need a bigger helmet. I'm like, really? Like, we need more of that cringy dialogue that I hate. And some of the humor, I for the most part, I like the humor. I think sometimes it was a little bit, and they're just like for example, the moment when that one Atlantean soldier had to like take his head into the toilet. That you didn't need, personally, like things like that. Anything else that I think was negative? This just some of the dialogue. The story itself is like, for me, it's at least I don't know about you, but it's engaging for me. I think I love world building. I love lore stuff like that. So, in like history, I don't know. I don't. There's. I don't. Other than that, I mean, everything else I think was um good. Oh, I think the what's it called? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Oh, I think it was just Black Manta. Oh, also, the oh my god, I'm forgetting it now. Sorry. You could talk to your negative. It was something that was bothering me in the theater, but I can't remember what it was. But I'll remember it later on. You could talk about your negatives. Sorry.
Well, I did like the, a lot of like the, I guess, more like funny moments, but some of them I felt like didn't really need to be there. Like maybe like I said it in the one that I did with Chris. Maybe like the pee thing. It was kind of where he's like, "Oh, I could have just peed on it." Like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
one
I was
too.
like,
I
because that was such a
like in the trailer.
yeah. But I did like another a funny moment I did like was when he was at the bar and they're like, "Oh, are you the Aqua boy or whatever?" It's like, "Oh, it's Aqua."
Oh yeah.
Or fish boy. It's like, "Oh, it's fish man," and then he doesn't want to take the picture, and then he does, and then he ends up like
with the pink case phone.
yeah, and then he starts like having fun with them. Like I thought that was funny. I
I
like
thought
that
that was
one.
funny. At first, I was like, ugh. I thought, oh, great, it's gonna be another scene where these tough dudes are gonna try to beat him up, and they're gonna get the crap beat out of him because of it's Aquaman. And then when they did that twist where it was just like they just wanted the selfie, I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. And then when he said, let's get the picture, he's like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Like that was funny. And then they took the pictures, and then they had a good time. You saw from the photos that they took. I was like, oh, okay, I'll accept that. That's funny. Yeah, I agree. That was funny. Or when Mara had some funny moments too in the movie where it was like the Pinocchio book. I thought that was a funny scene too.
And I mean, I did like because like I know I think she at one point she calls him like an imbecile, or somebody else calls him an imbecile, and she agrees or something like that. But then like when they're in Italy, he's like talking about the different like gods or something. She's like, "How do you know this?" And he's like, "Oh, my dad taught me history." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm glad they put that in there so they don't." They don't show he's like an idiot, because like I wouldn't want like people to think Aquaman's an idiot. So I was like, okay, it's not like he's an idiot. So I'm glad that they like had that in there. And then what's the other moment? Shoot, I forgot. Dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. There's another one that I like, but
no, and I like that they made him smart too. Like when they were in Italy and he was using the
oh yeah.
thing, and he like knows the history from what his dad taught him. I was like, wow, they actually made Aquaman like not that I always thought he was dumb. I just thought that was cool that he knows like history. Kind of like that's why I give that Indiana Jones comparison, because Indiana Jones knows about the like Uncharted, also with Nathan Drake, stuff like that. I thought that was cool. To give him a little bit, not make him like because there's been some movies this year that have kind of like made, and no offense, to these movies, but like some of them made the man look like dumb and stuff like that. So, and like in this movie, they made him and Mara I felt they were equals.
Yeah, that's how I felt
together. You know what I mean? So like it would make her like, oh, I'm smarter, I'm gonna know everything, and I'm gonna be the one saving you, and him like being the dumb one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this one was like at first it was like a negative, but then I guess it was a positive later when he let like Black Manta's dad die, because I was like, okay, Superman probably wouldn't do that. I don't think Batman would let him die either, and Wonder Woman, like none of them would let them die, and I was like, what? But then he felt bad about it like later on, so I was like, okay, that's good. So maybe that was like a negative. Miyazaki, stop! Ryuzaki, he always has to do this when I'm filming. Why? It's like he knows. He knows! Oh my god, there's like an ant. I'm gonna have to kill this ant. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know. There's like a little ant. So yeah. Ryuzaki, stop! Stop!
Sorry about that. My dog was my dog wanted me to open the door. Sorry about that. Sorry, what were you saying, Itzmoe?
I was talking about when Aquaman, when he let Black Manta's dad die, because I felt like that wasn't really like what probably the other members of the Justice League would have done.
No, I disagree.
Really?
Those guys were killing random people in the military, they're killing
I
fish.
could have locked them
Nah,
up somehow. Like,
nah, he deserved to let him die. He would have saved them, but his dad, first of all, his son, Black Manta, shot him first, lost to him. Then his dad came in and he used his bullet to shoot Aquaman. He gave him 2 chances. Nah, he deserved to die. I was so happy when his dad died and he killed himself. He's like, son, go. I was so happy with that.
Okay.
I would have done the same thing.
But then I said it became positive because he like kind of felt bad about it. So
yeah, I agree. You know what's funny? Okay, I don't want to interrupt you, Itzmoe, but I feel like if they didn't have that scene where he felt bad about him having an enemy now with Black Manta, I think everyone everyone who liked this movie would have been hating it because like, look at Aquaman, he's just like Batman, he's letting people die, he's not saving them. I'm like, first of all, how many people did he already save in the movie already? I feel like that scene wasn't it. It'd be a lot of people would be more critical about that, about him leaving his dad, even though I think his dad deserved it. I have no problem with that at all, but it shows some humanity in him, which I think is cool.
So I think anything else you want to like talk about the movie, because I think we've talked about pretty much. Oh, did you figure out? Do you know like who Julie Andrews played, like the character?
Oh, she was the
monster,
evil.
Right? That's like guarding the trident. Yes, something with the K.
Yeah, that thing.
The first time I saw it. The first time I saw it, I couldn't figure out it was her voice, but then the second time I was paying closer attention. I'm like, oh, that's Julie Andrews. They really like changed her voice up like quite a bit and stuff to make it seem more like evil.
I know, I love it. Shout out to James Wan for his horror roots, bringing it in that trench part. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and it was so cool because like right away I knew it was her right away because right when I heard that voice, I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds so familiar. And then right when she started talking, she's like, you can understand me? And then like I love that scene so much. Like that was like a moment of, and I know I don't mind mentioning Zack Snyder because I love the guy, but it reminded me of Excalibur a little bit because him going to that room by himself and then taking that trident and then reaching it out and then getting the suit was like, for me at least, remembers of King Arthur and Excalibur and that kind of stuff. So that scene with her, she elevated that scene to like, it was so creepy and like it felt earned, him like I don't know about you, but like I don't want to get off subject, but I thought that was so cool because like the entire movie no one could convince him for him to want to be king. Not his dad, his Mara, Volko, nobody convinced him. But when his mom said you need to go in there and get that trident, he said, okay, mom, and he went in there and he did his mission, which I thought was awesome. Isn't that so sweet?
Pay attention to him.
Martha! Just kidding.
Oh, I have to say, oh my gosh, I forgot this other moment. I thought it was so beautiful. Just the shot looked amazing. When they're like there, I think the trench, I think that's where it's called. And then when they're going down with the light and they're all like coming in after them, like I thought that was such a cool shot. Like it looked so beautiful with like the light and everything. I'm like, I was just like amazed. Like, oh, the VFX, oh my gosh, amazing. Like in the credits, I mean, you can tell like so many artists, and I told, I don't know if I said in my review, but I was like, that's what it looks like when you give them time to finish a movie. Like, the VFX was so much better. And I have to say too, why was it okay for Aquaman to be over 2 hours but not Justice League? Excuse me. So why is there this double standard that Zack Snyder couldn't have then became Joss, but like he couldn't have a film over 2 hours, but it's okay for James Wan to do it? Like that's not I feel like that is so not fair. Like if that was like a rule like that you had for like everything, okay, that's your rule. But like you had the rule for Justice League only, like it's messed up. It's messed up.
Yeah, I think that is messed up, and it's funny because like it's not like there's a lot more characters in this movie than it was, because like most of the characters in Justice League are Justice League, including their side characters like Gordon, Volko, because Volko was in Justice League but they cut him out. I don't know why, which I'm like that sucks. And then obviously with the Amazons and what's her name, Kiersey Clemens, right? Flash's as Iris West, and then Cyborg's dad, his mom in the movie. It just makes no sense. Release a Snyder cut, please.
They cut the scene that Zack posted earlier in Justice League where like Aquaman says, "Oh, I'm gonna go see my dad." Like that would have been cool to be in Justice League, like kind of because it ties in to this movie. So yeah, that stinks. But I will say one shot that I thought was a little like cheesy in this movie. Like it didn't ruin it for me or anything, obviously, but just like this, like it looked cool. But then I thought it was like, okay, it looks cool, but a little cheesy at the same time. When they came out of the water, walking with like the music done.
I like that.
It's very like a comedy. Like I was like,
I think that was on purpose. It looked like a music video. That's what it looked like. I loved it.
Well, I guess that's the intention. Okay, but I was like, okay, I was like a little. I thought that was like a little much, but. Like maybe if they had maybe it was more the music. Maybe if they had some other music playing there, it would.
No music would have saved that scene. I'm just kidding. No, that song was so cool. It was like them walking and then that like vacation music I was playing. I'm like, that's cool. It looked like a music video. I liked it. It looked like something from Baywatch or something. I don't know. It was cool.
There was a song I think it was when I think when she's like taking him to like the Atlantis the first time and they're going through like they're about to go through like that. I guess like that tunnel freeway thing, and it's like the music that's playing there reminds me a lot of like Daft Punk, like from Tron, and like that whole area kind of reminds me a little bit of like Tron too. Like and I like that song. Whatever was playing there, I don't know if that was Rupert Gregson Williams. I have to listen to the soundtrack like separately on its own, but whatever that track is, I liked it. That was like my favorite thing because I love the Tron soundtrack. So anything that sounds like it, I'm gonna like. So yeah, but. It's kind of a bummer. There's no Aquaman theme though. I thought we might get an Aquaman theme, and there's no theme. And even in SNL, I think I don't know at what point, maybe it was during the monologue or something. They're like, "Oh, Aquaman theme." He's like, "Oh, there's no Aquaman theme," and I felt really bad. I was like, "Still no Aquaman theme." I was like, Dan Jason just admitted he's like, "There's no Aquaman theme, even though I have my own movie. There's no Aquaman theme."
There isn't. And what sucks is that I thought in the opening scene when he's when they first fight Black Manta, I thought that was his theme. The guitar beat where it was like dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was his theme, and then it completely went away like 20 minutes after that.
Yeah.
Because I think his theme per se was the one that like was the kind of like the intro and the end of the movie where it's like that like sad kind of like music, which like for me it's more of like Nicole Kidman's theme more than Aquaman's theme. You know, I'm just like, dang, like this guy, my boy Aquaman can't get his own theme. Wonder Woman can have her own theme, but Aquaman can't. It's messed up.
Yeah.
But what's his face? Junkie XL before he left Justice, I think he did have an Aquaman theme for him, which you know.
Oh shoot!
I know because I remember like a year ago. No, probably like around the time after BVS came out. He said that after Hans Zimmer wasn't going to be in Justice League, he was saying that he was conducting themes for each member of the Justice League so that they could have their own theme for the movie. I'm like, yeah, like yes, can we have that, please? And yeah, I mean,
they got rid of it. Okay, so let's see some of the comments.
Real quick, though. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, my favorite shot of the movie is in the third act when Aquaman and Orm go up to the surface world together it's their final fight, and there's this there's three epic shots. There are like three epic camera angles. Is when it's Orm and he's like landing. It's just him landing and it's epic, and you see the water particles in slow motion and the giant thing in the background.
Yes, I thought that was awesome too. Yeah.
And then when Aquaman like he gets his trident out and he like does this cool angle, and it goes back to Orm, and then it's just his cape flapping in the wind like epicness, and then he just turns around. I'm like, bruh, game, like that's so epic. And reminded me of like Watchmen a little bit because he had his cape flapping also. Patrick Wilson, so he knows a good cape flap. Shout out to Patrick Wilson. He knows what the audience likes. I like it.
So let's see, V for Vegan. The movie was like Avatar meets Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Sure.
The song at the end, I love that. Kumali Ali, Aquaman was super brilliant. WB, please keep the newfound positive momentum going with Shazam. Yeah, I feel like if Aquaman so far, like the reception's pretty good. Shazam, if that one goes well, and Wonder Woman 84 3 in a row. Hopefully, we'll have a renowned faith DC movies.
Yeah.
So. And then Birds of Prey, let's see what happens with that. Hopefully, hopefully people like that.
How's there a Birds of Prey movie before a Batman and Superman standalone?
I know.
Or even a sequel. Like this is all clogged up. I need where's my Superman sequel? Hopefully Henry Cavill comes back. I mean, I probably will be coming back, most likely, because he loves the character too much.
Maybe once he finishes Witcher. So like
The Witcher, which I'll be tuning in.
Film Gob, hashtag release the Snyder Cut.
Hell yes. Hell yeah.
V for vegan. You can't do this movie without cheese, period. It's an Aquaman movie. Nolan Dean, I love the scene with the dolphins in the water. That was adorable. Yeah, I thought all the animals, I loved seeing all the animals. That was awesome. Oh, and I thought it was pretty cool how like Mira's gown was made with like jellyfishes. That was like that was a little much, but cool at the same time.
That was cool.
But it looked good. Just everything looked so good. I thought. V for vegan. Momoa was in Baywatch. I bet Juan did that. Wait, he was in Baywatch? He was? I didn't watch Baywatch the movie.
I know that. What's his face? Yaya, the guy who plays Black Manta, was in Baywatch. I don't think Jason Momoa was in that though.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he's in.
I bet Juan did that scene walking out of the water as a nod to that. Okay, well. We have to see if Momoa was actually in Baywatch because I don't know. The Mara theme though. Wait, Mara had a theme? God, I don't even know. Maybe
I don't remember.
They didn't stick. They weren't very memorable, I guess, because I've seen it twice and I don't think anyone had a theme really.
Yeah.
Next time maybe I'll just go and just listen to the music. I won't listen to any of dialogue. Yeah, because at least like Wonder Woman, it was so obvious. It was her theme.
Yeah.
You know, when it first played, and like, you know, Superman, like even like Batman, you know, it's just there. It's like instant. You just know. Kamali, okay. Hope the stellar success of Aquaman gives adequate incentive to WB to finally release the Snyder Cut. No, I don't think so. because it barely mentioned Justice League. Like, oh, you saved Steppenwolf. That was it. So
that was the only connection to Justice League at all.
Yeah, so I don't think that means that. Like, WB is not going to take that as, like, oh, we should release the Snyder Cut. Like, no. I mean, although I want it, but I'm just saying that's how WB thinks. They're not going to...
I agree.
Hopeful that maybe something else will happen, but... Employee Fighter, hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And an awesome New Year's. Itzmoe, thank you. You too. And everyone that's watching, hopefully you guys have an awesome, safe New Year's or holiday season. Let's see, Octopus playing drums, so lit.
Oh yes, that was epic. That reminded me of Mad Max Fury Road. I don't know why it reminded me of that.
Oh, I don't think
the guy that was playing the guitar while they were riding out in the desert. I don't know why it reminded me of that. That's so cool. Some people were complaining about the octopus. I'm like, first of all, it's in the comics. Second of all, that was awesome because you need some music if you're gonna have a battle with your half brother in this Atlantis Ocean. You can't have no music. I mean, what do you want from this world? I mean, something better.
So Film Gob said, isn't the track Arthur track 2 on the score his theme? Well, I said I haven't listened to the soundtrack like on its own, so I'll have to listen to it. But just like from watching the movie, I didn't like nothing really stuck out for me. Like the only thing is like maybe like what you were saying, Anthony. Maybe like at the end was whatever was playing at the end that I don't remember. It's just like I have to like. Like in this movie, I have to pay attention to like the score separately, I guess, because there was nothing really that stood out to me. Like the only thing was like that one that kind of sounded like Daft Punk from Tron that I liked, but I know that was an Aquaman's theme, but I like that part. So I have to
Orm's theme was like kind of like I think Orm had a theme too. I think it was like the one that was like dun 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 dun. That was I think that was Orm's theme, but. Other characters in the movie had that same theme too, so I was confused. Like, is that his name? But no, I agree. I think the music was good. I just think it wasn't like Hans Zimmer level of like.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. I know it's bad. It's just like nothing really like. Stood out after watching it twice, so I just have to.
No, I agree.
Maybe I think for me because like for Wonder Woman and BBS. And I think Justice League 2, I listened to the soundtracks before I watched the movie, and this time I didn't. So maybe like that's why like nothing really like stood out to me. But like I don't know, just like sometimes it's more obvious, like Wonder Woman's theme in BBS. Like you knew that was her theme, like as soon
Exactly.
so. And then Nolan Dean said Momoa was in the TV show. Oh, okay. Was he like young? I don't know. After, well, I mean, I didn't watch every episode of Baywatch, so I don't know. I only watched like a few episodes. So
that's cool.
Now that makes more sense. That that scene. Okay, thank you guys for that. Okay. but probably not everyone knows that. So not everyone's gonna get that. That's like that might be like a Baywatch reference. So just
exactly.
It's not like he's like David Hasselhoff, where everyone knows, oh, he's from Baywatch, or Pam Anderson, oh, he's from Baywatch. Momoa, like, was he like in one episode? If he was in one episode, like, not everyone's gonna get that. Oh, Baywatch reference. No,
exactly.
I'm just saying. V is for vegan. The octopus playing drums is Topo. He's Aquaman's classic sidekick buddy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Best friends.
Kumali there has always been rabid by his criticism against DC movies. Even Aquaman was not spared, and some YouTubers terribly trashed it. I am worried and would not be surprised if they do the same with Shazam. Who cares? That's all I have to say. Who cares? Like, if people don't like the movie, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna watch movies that I want to watch. I don't care like what YouTubers say, whatever. I rarely look at reviews when I watch a movie because I don't care. Like, I'm gonna watch a movie that I want to watch. I don't care what people think. Like, even if people told me don't watch Aquaman, it's horrible. I'm like, well, I was planning on watching it, so I'm still gonna watch it. I don't care what you think. That's just how I am. I just don't care. So like, you shouldn't worry so much like about what other YouTubers think, and like some people give too much credit to Collider. Like, oh my gosh, Collider! Like Collider is not this like powerful thing. Like, yes, a lot of people watch Collider, but like, don't give them like you worrying so much about Collider is you're giving them power. Like me, I don't care. Like, yeah, it's annoying when they say stupid things, and like sometimes when they're hypocritical, I try to like call them out on it because I just want to know like what's your reasoning? Because it doesn't make sense. But like, I'm not like losing sleep at night because of what Collider thinks. Like,
yeah, and you shouldn't because like I respect their opinion. I want to watch what I say because I'm friends with Christian and and all those guys, and sometimes their statements, like for example with BVS, are like it's so dark, and then when Justice League comes out and it's light and fun and humor, and then they're like it's too humorous. I'm like, wait, I don't understand, because your complaints from the last movie you in the next movie, and with Aquaman, which I feel like with Aquaman, it has a kind of balance of both, with amazing visual effects, amazing action, and it doesn't rely on humor, unlike Marvel with Infinity War, which I hate that movie with all my heart. And it's like it's annoying, it's like and then Christian Harlow, I love him, but sometimes he says things I'm like, what? Like, okay, I think you and me talked about this off camera, but we talked about Bohemian Rhapsody. A lot of people love the movie. I'm not one of those who love the movie, but Christian was like saying how this movie has horrible visual effects and he didn't like it, and I'm like, but do you not like that green screen that was in Live Aid when they were performing there with Queen? You not notice those obvious CG audience and that horrible green screen? When I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and he said that Stars Born is overrated and all these movies. I'm like, bro, like I don't like your opinion. Like I respect it, but sometimes it's weird.
Yeah, and, like I do want to say, like, I don't hate like everyone on Collider. Like, I do like Mark. I like Christian. Mark is probably my favorite after Schnepp. Rest in peace. Schnepp.
I would have loved to hear how he would have felt about this movie. I would have loved to hear him like just geek out, like, "Oh my god, they did this in the comics."
Yeah, and I do like. I know some people don't like him, but I do like John Campea because, and in case you didn't know, sometimes, but like he has liked every DC movie. I haven't seen his Aquaman review, but like he's like one of the few that would actually defend DC movies. And he actually made a whole video defending the Martha scene. Okay. So I don't think he's like evil or anything, but it's not like what really bothers me about Collider sometimes. It's not really that they don't like the movies. It's just like the hypocrisy. That's what bothers me.
Yes.
Like if
John
you were
Roca and Terry
consistent,
Nemiroff especially. Yeah.
if you were consistent in like, oh, you don't like this here, so you don't like it here, here, here. Okay, that makes sense. You don't like this overall, but like, oh, you like it in this movie, but you don't like it in this movie. It's like
exactly
that's what I don't like. So that's what bothers me. It's not that they don't
like
like
John Roca. Like John Roca from Collider is like a huge Transformers fan. He loves all the Transformers movies.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, when he saw Aquaman, he's like, Aquaman is horribly written. It's terribly acted. It's a basic superhero movie. It doesn't do anything revolutionary. I'm like, and what?
Oh
And Ant-Man and the Wasp that you loved, that was revolutionary to you? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Transformers, the most garbage movies that have been made in the past like 10 years, and you love them. Miss me. Like, get that out of here, man.
I guess maybe let's just say if you love Transformers movies, we can't really trust your opinion on them.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's like we're not gonna take your opinion seriously. And then sometimes it bothers me when they act like they know things and they don't, or like they get facts wrong about the characters or something. And I'm like, oh, yeah, and then you're spreading this information because like you have this big audience. I'm like, get your facts straight. So that's the other thing that bothers me too, is when they get facts wrong and then they're hypocritical or they have like a double standard. So it's not really that like, oh, they didn't like the movie. It's like just their standards are like, oh, it's like they just don't like it when DC does it, but when other people do the same thing, they like it. So that's But I wish they could I wish I was big enough so I could be on Collider and like defend.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Subscribe to Itzmoe. Let her get on Collider.
Yeah, tweet Collider and say to have me on. I'm in LA where they are, so come on.
Make it easier.
Yeah. I'm already here, so and I know they're in Burbank. That's actually not too far from me. I can get there within an hour with traffic and stuff, so I can be there. So I'm gonna read some of the comments. Nolan Dean, it's really cool that DC just made an underwater fantasy epic, and the next movie they're doing is a coming-of-age movie with Shazam, then a crime thriller with Joker, an 80s action movie with Wonder Woman 84. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Joker movie. I'm trying not to see like any like behind the scenes, so I kind of like blocked it out of my memory, because I want to be like surprised. But yeah, I did think that was like really cool. They made a whole like underwater film, like underwater fantasy film, and it actually like was cool because that could have like not come out well. So yeah, they did a good job, and yeah, exactly what you said. All these like kind of like cool like different genres and stuff. So I'm excited for all of them. I forgot about the Joker movie. Thanks for reminding me. I just don't want to see any more like behind the scenes stuff. At Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, that's how I never go to Rotten Tomatoes because I don't care.
Freak Rotten Tomatoes. They could go to hell. Or I care.
Cheyenne Loop. Aquaman was absolute garbage. Oh my gosh, I could literally predict the whole movie. It was so cliche. First of all, you're using literally. I don't like the way you use literally. No. Andres Rivera, this too humor is in the MCU is the what? Okay. Sorry, I don't know. I mean, you can use like periods and commas and stuff that'll help. Christian Disciple, Christian. I agree, bro. I hate Infinity War 2. Aquaman was not a joke fest, and the jokes follow Aquaman's character. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Cheyenne. The visuals were nice, but the story was garbage. Okay, I don't think the story was garbage. Really, like.
I don't think it was garbage. Like the story, okay. Like the story about this man who's literally half human, half Atlantean, who doesn't want to go become the rightful heir, which is in his right. He's going on this journey to figure out about himself, to save the world from his half brother who wants to take over the surface world. And plus, in that story, he needs to go find the trident to be able to protect Atlantis, and then there's a subplot with his brother trying to align with the other kingdoms of the seven seas. So like, and then for me, I don't understand that because Black Panther had the same kind of story, but yeah, everyone loves that movie. So I don't understand why people are like critical about that storyline. I don't get it. Like, I honestly don't get it. It's the same thing like Black Panther, but like Black Panther, what they did was different. Is like, he was already the king. This man isn't, he's an outsider. And I'm like, bro, I don't get it. I don't understand the hate.
Lion King too, kind of,
Exactly.
So you have like brothers and one's trying to get the throne, and then it's so come on. You just hate it because it's DC.
Haters corner.
Kumali, Collider just won't accept anything positive from DC movie universe. That's irrelevant now, as majority of general public is digging and loving Aquaman. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who cares? Just who cares about what Collider thinks? Nolan Dean, I'm with Itzmoe. Focus on what your taste is, and if a movie appeals to that, screw what anyone else thinks. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
screw them. Hey, Itzmoe, I know you're reading comments, but I was just curious. How would you rank kind of like the DC movies so far right now, including Aquaman? Like, if you had to like kind of like
Oh, shoot.
rank them about your favorites. If you want, I could go first, and then you could like.
Yeah,
If you
go
want.
first.
Okay. For me, my number one would be Batman v Superman: The Ultimate Edition. Number
Mm-hmm.
two probably be Man of Steel. Number three, Aquaman. Number four, Justice League. Number five would be Wonder Woman, and then
Didn't you? I thought you
after
already said Wonder
that,
Woman. No,
hmm?
no, maybe not. I thought you already said Wonder Woman, but maybe not.
Oh, sorry, no, wait, sorry. Let me go. Sorry. So BVS, Man
Uh-huh.
of Steel, Aquaman,
Okay.
and then Justice League, Wonder Woman, and then what else is there? Suicide Squad. I
Yeah.
think is the last one. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
because I like, I don't know why I like Justice League a little bit more than Wonder Woman, just because of the I hate the villain in Wonder Woman, and I hate the slow
Oh.
mo. I know that we've kind of talked about that
Yeah.
before, but yeah, I think Justice League is just more entertaining as a movie, and the
Mm.
villain is a little bit better in Justice League than Wonder Woman, and there's a little bit more world building in that movie, personally, and I think Gal Gadot is a little bit better in that. I don't know why it's so weird to me. Like, her lines were a little bit more fluent in Justice League than it was in her own movie. But that's just me. You know, I know a lot of people love Wonder Woman. I respect the opinion. You know, I just it's not one of my my favorites. But so Aquaman would be my third favorite behind BVS and Man of Steel. For myself.
I think for me it would be BBS Ultimate Edition, then Wonder Woman, then Man of Steel, then probably Aquaman, then Justice League, and then Suicide Squad. So yeah,
That's cool.
so different, but
A little bit different, yeah. Really, you like Wonder Woman more than Man of Steel? That surprises me.
yeah.
That's
But
cool.
I think just because I saw it in theaters more, that's kind of how I judge. Like, okay,
Oh,
I saw
okay.
this more, so I liked it a little bit more. Not that I don't like Man of Steel, obviously. Like, I mean, also I think I was just poor at the time that I saw Man of Steel, and I was living in Arizona, so I didn't go to like the premiere like here. I got to go to screenings, a premiere, so it's like I got more chances to see it in theaters too. And Man of Steel, like they didn't have any of that, so I didn't really see it in theaters that much. So. But I just like, I don't know. I think because like Wonder Woman makes me cry every time. That's also how I judge. Like, if you make me cry every time I watch it, it's like I'm more attached to the movie. So yeah. All right. So Kumali, late John Schnepp from Collider shows truly love DC movies. Miss him sorely. Yeah, I know.
I miss him too.
I cannot replace John, but I can just be like the one person on there that actually defends those movies. But I know they probably don't want anyone who's going to challenge them, so they're going to be scared of me.
I know. Facts.
Come on. Nolan Dean, they'll have me on once and they're like, no, we don't like her. She actually defends these movies, so we're never going to have her on
she
again.
actually uses her brain. We don't want someone who's actually like intelligent and actually like
and she calls us out on our hypocrisy. We can't have someone calling us out, so.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, hey, that didn't make sense. You said this about this one, and like,
shut up,
no.
shut up. We're getting paid by Disney. Shut up. No.
Nolan Dean, Ant-Man 2 was one of the laziest blockbusters I've seen this year, and that got so much praise. Then this comes out, and there's clearly more effort being made into making something unique. Ant-Man 2 is superhero the movie. Oh, I haven't seen Ant-Man 2. We caught up to that point.
It's whatever. Venom is probably the worst movie of the year. Worst superhero movie of the year. But yeah, that movie even got more praise than surprisingly Aquaman compared to that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so V for Vegan said this movie by far had the best costumes. Ocean Master's costume was gorgeous. Yeah, and they change it. Yes, I loved his costume, and Wilson nailed the role. Yes, I'm so glad he's like they didn't kill him because I thought he was amazing. So hopefully we'll get to see him again. Oh, so good. And I really like though when like I don't know, Nicole Kidman just like brought it all together when like
Yeah.
Patrick Wilson when he saw her, he's like, Mom, like she's alive still. Like I
Oh,
just love that moment. Like even though he's like
yeah.
a bad guy, but it's just like she's like peace, you know, she's like this like let's not fight and everything. I like that moment because and also because like I felt like it gave him some humanity. Like okay, he's not like
Yes, I
maybe
agree.
evil, you know. So I love that
Hmm.
moment. And then it's
One
like,
thing, yeah, and one thing I think I love the movie, but I think it would have been a little bit more like hit home a little bit if we saw like a flashback of
yeah,
Orm when he's little, you
yeah,
know, with seeing him and his dad and him like being at the location where they had to drop her at the trench, you know, because that's where you know they end up. I think that would have like helped us a little bit more feel for him, you know, feel his pain because you know he says it, and I think Orm is a very underrated villain in my opinion because um, before him and Aquaman started fighting for the first time, he gives him one more chance. He says, "Look, Arthur, go back home. Look, you can go back home. Like, I don't want to kill you." He said he said it straight to his face. I don't want to kill you because I think, and even after they fought, and then Mara, you know, takes Aquaman, they leave away to the Sahara. When he's that it's a quick shot when he uses it is that there's a shot where you see Orm and he's seeing their boat, their ship melt in the lava, and you see his face and you see him kind of like sad, you know, and real quick deep down I know for a fact, at least for me, I'm not sure about you, but I think he does love his brother, Arthur. It's a really sad kind of like bittersweet relationship. I think he does, like, even though he's hates him because he got his mom killed, even though obviously spoiler, she's not dead. But I think it was like it's still family, you know, that's still his brother regardless. They came from the same mom. And I think, no, I don't know about you, but damn, that's some I don't know, it's little details like that I just love, and it makes him more, like you said, more human, especially in the end when she comes back and she sees him. He's like, his face is like, he's so happy. He's like,
yeah,
mother. And then she embraces him, you just feel it. You're just like,
yeah.
and I feel so bad, you know. And like, you know, that's a good villain. He thought he was doing the right thing. He's not sure he was doing it in a wrong way, but you know, I'm someone who kind of pays attention to that kind of stuff. You know, with Earth, you know, with the global warming and you know our oceans and stuff like that. And I related to Orm so much because he's like, yo, he's kind of right. Like we don't pay attention to our ocean and you know whales and dolphins and our animals and stuff like that. We're not paying attention to those kind of things. I thought it didn't beat you over the head. It wasn't like being political, you know, with that kind of perspective from Orm, but it was just addressing it like, yeah, he's not wrong. You know, that's a good villain right there. So shout out to, I know we praised Patrick Wilson, but I don't think he's getting enough credit for, you know, his performance and, you know, him as a villain overall in the movie.
Oh, and I did check on IMDb. Okay, Jason was on the TV series for like 2 years, 99 to 2001. But I didn't watch it at that time, so
I don't think anyone knows that he was on Baywatch, if I'm being honest.
And his character was named Jason too, but it's the last name. It was Jason Ioane or something like that. So they kept
hilarious.
The first name. So awesome. Let's see some other comments. Pinpoint Fighter, Transformers movies that were directed by Michael Bay sucks. Okay.
They do suck.
Andres Rivera, I'm glad we're talking about this. Okay. Boo Coo, Aquaman was a mess. Okay. How was it a mess? If you're gonna say it's a mess, say how. Back up what you're saying. Cheyenne. Keep saying Cheyenne. Cheyenne. The story was way too cliche because, bro, it was way too cliche. Okay, you just say cliche just because it sounds cool, or what? Like, what about it?
I mean, it does sound cool.
Saying cliche, saying it's so cliche is so cliche. Maurice, it's because it's DC. Everything has to be compared to a dang MCU movie. It's annoying. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have to say this bothered me when I watched it yesterday in the audience. Like the viewers, like, you know, I guess it's, you know, they're people that, you know, they're not really familiar with the comics or anything. So when in the movie, when they say like, he says like Black Manta for the first time, like call me Black Manta or whatever. The people behind me were like, ha ha ha, Black Panther. Like he's trying to copy Black Panther.
Oh my
like, oh no, they're not. He's not trying to copy Black Panther. Like shut up. Like I wanted to be like no. Oh my god, just because he has a black in front of the name, they're not even like similar. Like the only thing is like black. That's it. But like once a villain,
the word,
like, hero,
like literally. There's literally no connection. They're not even in the same universe. Yeah.
They're trying to like make it seem like, oh, they're copying Black Panther. It's like no, like they're not. Just like when Marvel copied Deadpool with Deathstroke, and just like when Marvel copied Thanos, the Darkseid. Yes. Like, come on. No. I wanted to be like, excuse me, who copies who?
Hey, get it.
Yeah. I know. They were like right behind me. I'm like, oh. Okay. Cheyenne, the protagonist, has a mother who has disappeared from his life. Check. Yeah, that happens in a lot of movies, like Disney movies, pretty much. None of them have moms, really. So what? You're gonna like hate all Disney movies now? Like, that's a common thing in movies. So it's just.
I'm happy for Aquaman though. He has both his mom and his dad are still alive.
Yeah, and she comes back too, and it's not like she disappeared because she like didn't like her son. She wanted to be with her, but she did it to protect her son. Yeah. Okay, so. Aww,
makes me happy for him.
Yeah, I was so happy when she reunited with both, you know, like with everyone. I was like really happy. Yeah. And also I thought like I didn't know she was gonna like come back, so like you know, it was cool to see more of like Nicole Kidman have like more of like a purpose in the movie. It was just, like her at the beginning and then we never see her again. So that made me really happy. Like, yeah, she's back. And then Cheyenne, the protagonist, has a cliche mentor who probably dies at the end. Check. Probably. Did you actually watch the movie? Why did you say probably? Did you not watch it?
What? That makes no sense. You're talking about Volko?
Yeah, Volko. Okay. I don't think he died. Did he die? I don't think so.
Last I checked, he was still alive, and he ordered the arrest of Orm. Yeah, he's still alive. So
and then some cliche, but half brother who the protagonist didn't know about. Check. Wait, did he? What?
So this is what I'm talking about. Them trolls that don't know what they're talking about.
Did you actually watch the movie? I don't know. Christian Disciple. My DCU movies in order are BVS, Director's Cut, MOS, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Justice League, and Suicide Squad. Oh, so it's almost the same as mine, except we have Man of Steel and Wonder Woman switched. Cool. Cool. Okay.
I just want to see Deathstroke fight Batman and have that happen. That's all I want.
Right, okay, you person didn't even watch the movie, okay? Because now they're saying, oh, cliche, something about, that the dad dies and gives him more reason to be Aquaman. Wow, you didn't watch the movie, you idiot. Sorry, but you didn't watch the movie, okay? Talking about dad dying, okay. Let's see. Kumali, following tracks of Aquaman, how James Wan directed it, we had just one Easter egg that assures DCEU continuity. Maybe Shazam will protect a fair treasure of more Easter eggs. Well, I mean, Shazam has like, I like that one. It's like I saw like a still where it's like they have all the Superman stuff and like a Batman figure like in his room. I thought that was really cool. I'm like, yeah. And then they have like a newspaper, and then they have like a shot like it's like I think like maybe I don't know if it's like from a newspaper clipping or something, but it's like the ship from Man of Steel.
Oh, okay.
So I thought they're actually gonna like reference that. I think from or at least
more than Aquaman will for sure, because I think Superman's like his idol.
Yeah, so it has more of a reason to like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cheyenne, the visuals were everything though. Yeah. Okay. Did you actually watch it though? Unless, those are the best kinds of villains. Yes, exactly. Those are the ones that, like, I feel like you want to hate them, but then it's like parts of them you're like kind of feel sorry for them. Yeah, so V for Vegan, I don't know how people can say it's a mess. It's just a very fast-paced movie with a simple story, nothing too deep, no pun intended, and overly emotional. It's not T2, just have fun with it. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was well balanced with everything, pretty much. Like it had like its heartfelt moments, it had lots of cool action, um, funny moments, and for me, I wasn't bored. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. So I thought it was like good balance. Um, So let's see. Kumali, if WB James Wan made Aquaman's storyline as fairly straight as an arrow, simple and predictable, so that the public at large can grasp it. Otherwise, they complain that we have another complex Zack Snyder film. Okay. Yeah, I mean. Okay. Boo characters were boring, no personality. CJ was great, but in some was hecka bad. You can tell the green screen background and young Curry dad, my god, so bad. Manta was a waste. Okay. I don't know, I thought the CGI was pretty good. Aquaman, oh gosh. Boo, Manta dad blew himself up with a missile on top of him, and the whole sub didn't blow up. Okay. Jokes were bad. Cheyenne, I did say the dad died, but okay. You did say comments. He said that the dad died. That gives him more reason to be Aquaman. Cheyenne, I fell asleep because I was bored, but okay. Okay, well, not everyone fell asleep. So there was a mother box Easter egg in the movie. I just noticed. Oh, really?
I don't think it was the mother box. I think I know what you're talking about. There was like a scene where you see like a cube. I forgot what room it was. I think Volko was in it, and I forgot what scene it was. But I don't think that was a mother box. It would have like looked a little bit more. The design of the mother box looks a little bit different. I don't know what they did with the mother boxes. Honestly, I think they just threw them out. That I don't remember interestingly that much. I remember they were just there, but I don't think they returned them back to where they were, like the Amazonian Themyscira. Sorry,
maybe they're. Yeah, I think Bruce Wayne probably hid them somewhere.
Probably
he knows
because it's Bruce Wayne. Yeah,
and only he knows. He's like, I'm not gonna tell anyone else.
Only Alfred.
Yeah. V for vegan. I keep wanting to say V for vendetta every time. Manta was not a waste. They used him perfectly as an introduction to the character. He was BA, gives you a taste of what they can do in the sequel, and don't have to waste time on origins. Yeah, I think that's probably why he was there. It was kind of like an intro because he's probably going to be the main villain in the next one. Maybe he'll team up with Orm in the sequel or something. Let's see.
Probably.
Because I mean, they were kind of working together or something, but who knows? Maybe like Orm will like protect, or like at the end he'll be like, "No, I'm gonna save my brother" or something. I don't know.
I think so because like I don't know because like I just hope they do a better job with Black Manta. I like the design. First of all, I was at New York Comic Con and they showed the actual costume that he wears in the movie there, and I took a picture of it. It's so like beautiful. I love the way it looks, but I feel like Black Manta is like one of like Aquaman's main real villains, I think, in the comics. Like, and I remember when Jeff Johns and Tiffany Smith showed the preview of the new Aquaman trailer, the one that the 5-minute one, and like when Black Manta showed up, everyone in the theater was like just like yelling, like, "Yeah, Black Manta!" Everyone was excited. So like I feel like I don't know. I mean, most likely he's gonna be the villain. I mean, that's the whole point of the whole credit scene in the first place. But I hope they do a better job. What I hope is they make him more like Boba Fett, where he's like doesn't talk that much. Because even when he was talking in the suit, he was like, it was kind of I don't know, Power Rangers-y kind of. He was like, "You will not go back. This is what you like." It's like the way he talked was kind of like, But I don't know. Just bring me Deathstroke. That's all I want. Deathstroke is that's my guy right there.
Yeah, I do have to. We need to see him, Joe Manganiello. We need to see him again because that is so unfair. If we see a little glimpse of him and then when we would never see him play Deathstroke again. Like, excuse me, no, we need to see him. I don't know if in another Batman movie or they do like that. What's that name of the villain? Like
the Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom or whatever. Yeah, we need to see something because that's like I feel like that would be a waste.
I know. Like, why are you showing this post-credit scene with Deathstroke, which was the best part of Justice League, which Zack Snyder filmed himself,
Yes.
and you don't have him in either a Batman standalone movie or his own movie or even a Nightwing movie. That would be cool, or Arrow. I don't know, man. Like that's, I remember when I met Joe at New York Comic Con. He was so nice, by the way. Like he looked. There were so many fans that were coming to him like with Deathstroke costumes and shirts, and he was like loving it. He wants to play Deathstroke, and he trained, and it makes me sad. Like just bring me. And if he's not going to be in the Batman movie, bring him in the Justice League sequel for Legion of Doom. If
Just
that's what they're gonna
use him for something before he gets killed.
Yeah, he's a perfect age too. Before Ben Affleck decides not to be Batman anymore. Like just do it. I want one scene of just him and just Deathstroke beating the crap out of Batman. Just like giving him these martial art, like 90% of that brain capacity, bro. Like, come on, like let him be a G for once. Just kidding. I love Joe McDowell. Let him show him those moves.
Yes. Christian, I love the relationship of Orm and Black Manta. That was perfect. Okay. I didn't really see like too much of it, but
like I said, they literally have like 2 scenes together.
We might expand more in the sequel, so
who knows? Let's see.
Nolan Dean reminded me a bit of Darth Vader Manta's voice.
What? Really?
I didn't really have that much of a problem with it. I just thought like it probably sounds like that because he's wearing the helmet. So,
like the thing is, like I didn't mind the way it sounded. It's just the dialogue he was and the way he was saying it was the problem. Like you know what I mean? Like it was fine. It was just like I don't know. It was just like kind of like real quick. Yeah, like another negative I think in the movie. I didn't like Randall Park that much.
Okay.
I think he's always so like I don't think he fit in the movie. He's like stuttering. He's like I don't know, like looks really pissed. I'm like, why are you so angry? Like it's I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, no, sorry.
Well, maybe like in the sequel we'll find out why he hates or why he's so obsessed with them.
I would be obsessed with Aquaman too. You see those abs? Those abs he's walking? Be obsessed too.
Andres Rivera, we need Aqualad in Aquaman too. Yeah, I was thinking about like Aqualad. I'm like, we're gonna.
I thought. Yeah.
Kumali. What about the other guy? What isn't that like? The other. What's his name? He's like Mara and like Aquaman's son. Someone with an M.
I forgot his name. But I don't know what you're talking about. They have a son together.
What's his name with the G or an M? God. What's his name? Oh, God. Yeah. But then he, like, becomes... I don't know. I guess... I don't know if I've seen him in the comics or the cartoons, but, like, he becomes kind of, like, evil or something. Or he gets
really?
killed. No, I think he gets killed or something. In one of the stories. I forget. Oh, my God. What's his name? Isn't it something with the G, like Garrett or Garth? Garth! Isn't it Garth? Don't they have a son together named... It's like coming like in slow.
I'm check right now here.
Aquaman. I think it's Garth. They have a son named Garth. I think. Let's see, son. What's his? I thought his name was Garth. Okay. So Aqualad. Aqualad is the son of Black Manta, okay? And then, yeah, Garth. Oh, it's like, okay, outcast orphan from the, according to Wikipedia. Garth, okay, outcast orphan from Atlantean colony, whom Aquaman took in and who became, for a time, Aquaman's crime-fighting partner. Okay, so I thought it was like their actual son, but yeah, okay, at least I got the name right, Garth. I was like, okay, good. So maybe. Probably won't be in the sequel, but yeah, I was just wondering about him.
You never know.
Kumali, really ecstatic of Birds of Prey film in 2020. Just hope Margot Robbie directs
that title is so bad, by the way. The Birds of Prey title. Oh my god, that's like. You see that title?
It's like something about Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's like Birds of Prey and the inclination blah blah blah, blah of one so-called Harley Quinn. I'm like, what?
They're gonna make her good.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of gave me like kind of Deadpool kind of vibes. Like she's gonna be like the Deadpool
Yeah.
kind of like making all the jokes and stuff. Kind of like the animated Harley Quinn in the new series. Like I did like the trailer. Like I feel like maybe she might be like that. I don't know. With the humor and stuff, but is that the actual title? I thought that was kind of a joke title.
No, it's real. It's actually real. Like the Hollywood Reporter confirmed it, and then Margot Robbie was on Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago. She said, "No, that's the actual title." And then Jimmy Fallon was like, "Wait, are you like?" He was like trying to
Okay.
"Are you serious?" She's like, "No, yeah, that's the real title." I'm like, that's crazy. I'm sorry. Like, just call it Birds of Prey. Like, I'm excited for it. It's probably gonna be super cool, but it's just that like the timing of it is just like random. Like I'm just give me a Man of Steel sequel, please. First, I don't understand why they just can't just focus on Superman, who's the greatest hero of all time. I don't get it, or Batman.
Okay, so Nolan Dean, Christina Hodson is writing Birds of Prey, so I'm sold. She did a great job with Bumblebee. Okay, well, I haven't seen Bumblebee, but I did. That was like one after that. I was interested in watching it. After I saw like the trailer and everything. Like the other ones, not really, but that one I was like, oh, looks like it might be good. So I haven't seen
I hope it's good. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. And I love Travis Knight, who did Kubo and the Two Strings a couple years ago. He's directing the Bumblebee, so I'm hoping it's as good as people say it is. I heard it's like kind of like Iron Giant meets E.T. from what I heard. But I heard hopefully it's good. I hope to check it out soon too.
And Nolan said it has Ewan McGregor in a villain role, so it sounds pretty dope. Birds of Prey, really? Really?
Yeah, he's playing Black Mask, I think.
What, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know, that's awesome. I like Black Mask. Like him in the Red Hood. Under the Red Hood. So, I love that movie. Okay, let's see. Harley Quinn, Helena. Oh, okay, but awesome. Chris Messina as Victor Zsasz. Okay. Tim Evans, Rosie Perez. Randy Montana. Okay. All right. Maria Bertinelli, Cassandra Cain. Cool. Awesome. No Jim Gordon in this one. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's about it because I do. Oh my gosh, I've been on here way longer than I was planning on.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Just like reading all the comments, talking about stuff. But is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
Not really. I just again, I had a lot of fun watching Aquaman. I think the movie is really well done. I don't get the hate that the movie's been getting from people, which at this point I'm kind of used to it. From the DC universe getting all that hate. But I love Jason Momoa. I love Amber Heard as Mara. God, she's a beautiful human being. Patrick Wilson, William Dafoe, Dolph Lundgren was actually really good too. I believed he was actually a king or something in the movie. The action was awesome, like the best. My favorite superhero movie of the year, personally. I think the other movies that have come out, like Infinity War, Black Panther, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they were, some of them were bad, and some of them I was like, it was good. Not memorable. They're fine. And Aquaman came out, and just gave me all these beautiful visuals and epic angles and amazing action and I think they did a great job. Hopefully the movie makes a lot of money. I just saw the box office actually a couple minutes ago. Looks like it made like 67 million just in North America. Internationally though, it made a lot of money from what I was seeing, which is cool. But I'm happy for DC making a good film. Hopefully it continues their strive moving forward, and I hope they have a couple of announcements coming up soon with the new slate that they're maybe gonna do. But yeah, I had a good time. I love the movie, and and two, hopefully James Wan comes back. I'm not sure if he will, but we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean I already said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Somebody said please play Ariel. So I don't think she's gonna want to play Ariel because I talked to somebody about this earlier because I think the reason that Ember liked she was kind of sold on Mara by Zach is because she's like kicking butt and stuff like that. So Ariel, I love Ariel, but Ariel's not really that kind of character, so I don't think she's gonna go and play another redhead also. And then who also is not really kind of like Mara, so it's like she wants to play more empowering characters, so I don't think she would play Ariel. So sorry, guys. But yeah, go watch Aquaman if you haven't. But if you are here, you probably watch it because we were doing spoilers, so you probably already have seen it. But go support it more if you can, so we can make it more money, and then we'll keep getting awesome movies and stuff. And I'm working on the Aquaman premiere vlog because I did film a vlog there. Hopefully it'll be done. If not by today, hopefully by tomorrow. So watch it because there's some awesome people in it, and obviously the celebrities that we got to see. So stay tuned to my channel for that. And then also after the next video after that, it's going to be a vlog that I did in London when my friend Chris and I went to see a DC exhibit there. So it's a lot of really cool stuff. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, but other than that, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and a Happy Boxing Day, and Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Just be safe and happy, and subscribe to Anthony. His channel is linked in the description below. And thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate it. And happy holidays, everybody. Stay safe. And hopefully me and Itzmoe get to collab again in the future. Again, you know, I always love doing videos with Itzmoe, my buddy. Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Thank you so much for
I have to say, check out I didn't because I just thought about it right now, but you did a really good video on like Zack Snyder's films.
Oh, thank you.
So watch it. Just go to his channel and like search Zack Snyder. Like it's a really good video. Like you could use it for like film school. I was like, this would be like in film school. Like when they talk about different director styles, you can use this for the Zack Snyder section. So yeah, obviously you guys probably like Zack Snyder, so go to his channel and search Zack Snyder and watch the video. It's gonna be really good. He deserves more subscribers. So.
Oh, thank you.
And Zach, if you're watching, hey, what's up? That was one of the highlights of this year for me when Zach requested to follow me on Vero. So in case you didn't know, he follows me on Vero. So yay! And hopefully eventually he'll follow you. And to keep making more.
I hope so.
It's like a process. Like I was on it for like 6 or 7 months before he followed me. So it's not gonna happen right away, but eventually he'll follow you, I think. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I gotta go, gotta do some stuff, but wish I could give you guys all hugs. I like giving hugs, but I can't. So happy safe holidays and watch my upcoming videos, DC videos. Alright, gotta go. Bye.
Bye guys.